Hello students, welcome to YouTube online classes. I am going to take up our topic early Chalukyas, which is also called as Badami Chalukyas and also Pallava. These two important chapters which is a part of chapter number 4, and we are going to study about the dynasties of Karnataka who emerged as a strong empire builder of South India. So here, prior to 4th century CE, if you look at our geopolitics of Karnataka, it was ruled over by, earlier it was ruled over by the mighty Mauryan empires, Gupta empires, as well as the other regionally emerged dynasties like Shatavahanas. Once these dynasties declined, they started a new era in the politics of Karnataka, like our own native kingdoms emerged to power and built their own mighty empires such as Kadambas, Gangas, Chalukyas of Badami. So here when we talk about Kadambas, Kadambas is a small first Kannada origin dynasty which was founded by a brilliant warrior known as Mayura Varma, who otherwise also called as Mayura Sharma. They made Banavasi as their capital, which earlier was known as Vanavasi, and they ruled from 4th century CE to 6th century CE in Karnataka. The very important contribution of Kadambas to Karnataka is that they developed the Kannada script and literature in Karnataka. So here the one very important inscription which we call it as a first Kannada inscription known as Halmidi inscription, which was the contribution of the Kadambas. So Kadambas known for the literary development in our region. Similarly, they are also known for their educational contributions. Here they are the great patrons. They encouraged a lot. They understood the significance of education and they gave importance to education by establishing many educational centers like Agraharas, Brahmapuris, Gatikasthanas and all. Here we have Talagunda, Balligave, Bankapura and Kappaturu as their famous Kadamba educational centers. And very famous architecture were also built by the Kadamba dynasties. Among them, two important temples like Madhukeshwara temple and Yoga Narasimha temple of Banavasi. Then you have the Gangas of Talakad. Gangas of Talakad who rose to power after the Kadambas, which was established somewhere near the Mysore district. They made Talakadu as their capital. It was Durvinita Ganga who was a founder of this dynasty, and they ruled from 4th century to 6th century CE. Very famous inscriptions like Atakur inscription and Doddahundi inscription, which give detailed descriptions about Talakadu Gangas, their contribution, their polity, and their the war and administrative activities. They are also known for their cultural, especially the architectural traditions. So many temples were built by Talakadu Gangas, particularly Kapileshwara temple at Manne. At Varuna there is a Mahalingeshwara temple. In Talakadu they built Pataleshwara and Maruleshwara temple. At Nandi they built Bhoganandishwara temple. So along with these temple architecture, we can also see pillar architectural tradition was developed by the Gangas of Talakadu, known as Manastamba as well as Brahmastamba. Very famous and worldly reputed single monolithic statue known as Gomateshwara statue, which is 58 feet height, which was built by Chaundaraya at Shravanabelagola, who was a minister for Ganga ruler Rachamalla IV. It was built during the time of 983 CE. After the two small dynasties, let us discuss about the very significant history of Chalukyas of Badami. Chalukyas of Badami is very important to understand because of two reasons. One, that they were the first empire, but they expanded the dynasty to empire. They ruled almost half of the southern part of India. If you look at their empire, they ruled from northern Narmada River to southern Bay of Bengal, Arabian Ocean, as well as towards the east we can see the Mysore, and towards the west we can see Arabian Ocean, which was their the boundary of empire. So this dynasty was greatly reputed dynasty, which was founded between 6th century and which is ruled exactly up to 12th century. If you look at the Chalukyas, we can see the three periods. We can see the three different dynasties like early Chalukyas, Eastern Chalukyas, and the Western Chalukyas ruled this particular region. So early Chalukyas, generally we call them as the Badami Chalukyas. Eastern Chalukyas, we call them as the Vengi Chalukyas. And the Western Chalukyas ruled from Kalyana. We also call them the Kalyana rulers. So here, if you look at the first part, we are concentrating only on the first Chalukyas of Badami. So here we have the founder, Jayasimha Vallabha, as the founder of this particular dynasty, and they made Vatapi or Badami as their capital. They ruled around Bagalkot district, and then they expanded throughout South India. They made royal emblem as they made boar as their royal emblem, that is Varahavatara of Lord Vishnu. They were all called as the Vaishnavites, and they were also called as Hariti Putras of Manaviya Gotra. That means they belongs to the Vaishnava community. Here we have the famous rulers like Pulakeshi the first, Pulakeshi the second, and so many rulers who contributed to achieve greatly the history and the administrative contributions as well as cultural hegemony of this particular region. So when we discuss about Chalukyas, here we have very important, very brilliant and very famous ruler who is Pulakeshi II. So when Pulakeshi II ruled this particular region, he is the one who expanded this dynasty into an empire. So he's a very prestigious ruler. In fact, the Chinese traveler who visited India during the time of Pulakeshi II, who visited Pulakeshi II and praised the rule and administration, his value, his the rule of the administration, which was called or praised by Huyen Tsang very greatly. And then we have Banabhatta's Harsha Charita, Aihole inscription composed by Ravi Kirti, and the so many contemporary literatures which gives detail of the ruler Pulakeshi II. So when Pulakeshi II came to power, it was not so welcomed for him. So it was not so happy, easy starting for him. So why? Because before Pulakeshi II, it was his father's brother Mangalesha was looking after the Chalukyas of Badami administration. Because when his father Kirtivarma first died at his early stage, Pulakeshi II was very young age. So since he was a very minor age, the administration of Chalukya was handed over to his uncle Mangalesha, who was a good man for that matter. He also fought very important battles to save Chalukyas of Badami, but later on he became little greedy. He wanted to keep power for himself and transfer power to his son instead of giving power to Pulakeshi II. So here Pulakeshi II, as a legitimate heir of Chalukyas of Badami dynasty, he was made to fight against his uncle Mangalesha, and then he made to get his power by force. So thus we can see right from his beginning till his end, he had many battles to fight, and he had his struggling days, and that made him as a complete warrior. So very importantly, military achievements of Pulakeshi. If you look at the military achievements of Pulakeshi, when he came to power, he had to fight with his uncle Mangalesha, and a very famous battle he fought, that is Ellapattu Sampige. Ellapattu Simbige battle was fought 609 CE. In this battle, Pulakeshi II defeated his uncle Mangalesha and got his power back. Now he became legitimately emperor of Chalukyas of Badami. After this particular battle, Mangalesha's followers, Mangalesha's chieftains like Rashtrakuta chieftains like Govinda and Abhayika, these two people rebelled against Pulakeshi II, and their attack was successfully subdued. Successfully, they were defeated by the able leadership of Pulakeshi II near Bhima River. So thus the initial struggle was successfully defeated and established his peace in the empire. Thereafter, he thought of expanding the dynasty. So gradually he started with his neighboring dynasties. So he attacked on Kadambas of Banavasi, occupied Banavasi for the Chalukyas. Then he defeated Konkan, Mauryas of Konkan. Then he concentrated on Dakshina Kannada Alupas. So he defeated all these three dynasties. Thereafter, he defeated Gangas and occupied Talakadu. So when he conquered all these territories, now he controlled almost all neighboring ruler of Vatapi or Badami. Then he had expansion ideology towards the North Indian side, and then he moved towards northern campaign, defeating Latas, Malwas, Gurjaras of northern regions. And when he defeated all these Latas, Malwas and Gurjaras, he made his brother Jayasimha as an administrator to look after that Gujarat region of newly conquered territories of Chalukyas of Badami. Thereafter, Pulakeshi fought very historical battle called as Battle of Narmada. Battle of Narmada, which is referred as a historical battle. Battle which is called as Battle of Narmada, which is called as historical battle, because the one reason is that it was the first time South Indian ruler defeating a North Indian ruler. This battle was fought on the bank of river Narmada between two mighty emperors of India, contemporary India. North Indian side we have Uttarapateshwara Harshavardhana, and South Indian side you have the great Pulakeshi II, who had a battle. In this battle, Pulakeshi II dramatically destroyed the powers of North Indian ruler Harshavardhana, tasted him the defeat in the war, and thus he made Harshavardhana to set back, and that is he won the title called as Parameshwara. So this battle was witnessed by the Chinese traveler Huizong, who explained the capacity and the heroic act of Pulakeshi II. After the Battle of Narmada, Pulakeshi II further moved towards south, and here he defeated territories like South Kosala, Kalinga, Pistapura, Vengi, Mandalam, all these territories. And after conquering this territory, he made his another brother Kubja Vishnuvardhana as administrator, and that which later on came to be called as the Vengi Chalukyan branch or otherwise called as Eastern Chalukyan branch. After invading the eastern side of the territory, he thought of coming down to further south, and here he kept an eye on Kanchi. So he attacked on Kanchi, defeating Pallava ruler Mahendravarma first. And the famous battle which was fought between Pallava ruler Mahendravarma first and Pulakeshi second, which is called as Pollituru battle. In this battle, he defeated Pallavas and occupied Kanchi. Of course, he had a great divinity towards the god, and he visited all the temples of Kanchi, and he gave his worships, or he gave his services to the temples near Kanchi. Thereafter, he defeated and invaded Chola and Cheras of south, occupied their capitals, and later on they returned their capitals back after receiving tributes from those rulers. So at the end, last stages, what we can see here, that Pulakeshi again wished to have a battle against Pallavas. So here he had an attack on Pallavas, and he fought battles like Periyala, Manimangala and Suramara battles. In this battle, Pulakeshi II faced Pallava ruler Narasimha Varma first. Narasimha Varma first was a son of Mahendra Varma first, Pallava ruler, and in this battle, Pulakeshi II was very badly defeated. Narasimha Varma first won the battle. He occupied Vatapi, that is Badami, and kept the title for himself, Vatapi Kondan. So here what we can see, the Pulakeshi lost his battle as well as his life in this battle, and thus end his rule. If you look at the personality of Pulakeshi II, as I said earlier, he was a vibrant ruler with the great with great administration, with great warfare skills. Here he expanded his dynasty throughout South India, which is covered northern river, Narmada river in the north, and Mysore in the south, Bay of Bengal in the east, and Arabian Ocean in the west. He was praised, his rule was praised by the foreign traveler, visitor Huyen Tsang. In fact, he also exchanged ambassador with the Persian ruler Amir Khusru II. Amir Khusru, they used to exchange the gift also. Regarding that, there is evidence we can see in Ajanta cave painting, where we can see the two royal families showing their friendships. It was depicted in that cave paintings. Pulakeshi II, also known for his brilliant titles like Maharaja di Raja, Satyashraya, Prithvi Vallabha, Dakshina Pateshwara, Parameshwara. So these are the titles assumed by Pulakeshi II, which was rightly awarded to him because of his great contribution towards developing history of Chalukyas. So after Pulakeshi II, of course, his sons and other people continue the tradition ruling. But since he was the greatest ruler for our syllabus, so we keep his record as a part of our syllabus. Chalukya-Pallava conflict. In the history of South India, we see the two royal families had their traditional rivalry, and they had continuous battles, which is nearly expanded up to 100 years, and this particular conflict, which is called as Chalukya-Pallava conflict. So here let us discuss this Chalukya-Pallava conflict with the utmost easiest way. So the first very important thing to know here, this Chalukya-Pallava conflict began with the Chalukyan ruler Pulakeshi II. And it continued up to Nandi Varman of Pallava ruler, the ruler who came to power the latest stage. So the battle was fought, the Chalukya conflict, Chalukya-Pallava conflict, which was created or which was carried forward because of one reason, that is Tungabhadra Doab valley controlling. So since economically and agriculturally, this region is very fertile and very rich region. So to control this particular region, they fought a battle. And here, let us put into the different stages to understand Chalukya-Pallava conflict. So in the first stage, we can see Pulakeshi II had his battle against Pallava ruler. Let us put like this: Pallava ruler, here Chalukyas, this side Pallavas. So in the first stage, we have Pulakeshi II, who fought against Pallava ruler Mahendra Varma I. Mahendra Varman I. In this battle, as you know earlier, when I taught of Pulakeshi II's achievement, Pulakeshi II defeated Mahendra Varma I completely and occupied their capital Kanchi and took control of that particular Kanchi for himself. So in the first stage, Chalukyas won the battle, Pallavas lost the battle. The next stage, second stage, Pulakeshi II attacked Pallavas for the second time. And here we can see Narasimha Varman. Narasimha Varman I was a son of Mahendra Varman, fought against Pulakeshi in the second stage. So in this battle, Pulakeshi was defeated by Narasimha Varma I. So Narasimha Varma not only defeated Pulakeshi, also caused his death. So later on, Narasimha Varma attacked on Vatapi, that is Badami, and then he started to assume the title Vatapi Gunda. So from here onwards, nearly 12 years, Pallavas occupied Vatapi and they controlled Vatapi, and Pallavas, Chalukyas of Badami, lost their power in Vatapi. In the third stage, we can see the Chalukyas of Badami's new ruler, Pulakeshi II's son, Vikramaditya I. Vikramaditya I attacked on Pallava ruler Narasimha Varman I. Narasimha Varman I. And along with Narasimha Varman I, he fought against Mahendra Varman II, and Parameshwara Varman I. Parameshwara Varman I. In this battle, Vikramaditya I defeated all the Pallava rulers, reconquered Vatapi, and then he controlled Kanchi, and then he made Pallavas to pay tribute to Chalukyas of Badami. In the next stage, the fourth stage, what we can see, Vijayaditya, son of Vikramaditya, Vijayaditya further attacked on Pallavas, and here he defeated Mahendra Varma II. Mahendra Varma II of Pallavas. After this particular attack, they established little bit peace between Pallavas and Chalukyas, but it further continued in the next stage when Vikramaditya II, who was the son of Vijayaditya, Vikramaditya II, who was the son of Vijayaditya, attacked on Pallavas and defeated Pallavas. So here Vikramaditya II defeated Pallavas 3 times continuously. He fought battles against Pallavas 3 times, and then he plundered the territory of Pallavas. He defeated Pallava ruler Parameshwaravarman II in a battle called as Vilanda battle during 731 CE. Later on, the last stage, we can see Pallava Vikramaditya II, who fought against the Pallava ruler Nandi Varman. Same, he defeated Nandi Varman, which is marked to be the end of Pallava Chalukya conflict. So, at the year 740 CE, century CE, we can see the Chalukya Pallava conflict came to an end with the complete end of decline of Pallava dynasties. So, it will be easy way to understand the Pallava Chalukya conflict in these 6 stages. So, firstly, it was Pulakeshi first started, and the conflict was ended by Vikramaditya II of Chalukyas of Badami.